you today?
I'm very well, super excited for the topic for this month, which is AI in business. Everyone has been talking about this, and it's kind of creating a lot of noise as well for business
Right.
owners. So, like, both of us decided to kind of share our nuggets and wisdom on this specific topic. So
Absolutely.
let's let's go for it.
Let's dive in. Well, for those of you who haven't joined us before, I'm Beck Wiles, and this is my good friend Amit Prakash. And we together are the power of two. We come to you live through LinkedIn and Facebook every month, where we have half an hour discussion on different topics all around your business, sales, coaching, psychometrics, all of that really good stuff. And I think you'll agree with me, Amit, that we could talk about AI for the power of two, and I think we would cover the next 5 years. So, in today's world, AI plays such a large piece in our business, right? But today, Amit and I do want to share some of these tips and nuggets, as Amit said, to really help you using AI to boost your sales. So, to start off with, customer segmentation. If you use AI to really analyze that customer data and the segment for your audience, based on purchasing or behavior, preferences, or even demographics, just think of what that can help you to do. Think about how quickly that can help. Personalized marketing. Put yourself in your customer's shoes. How many times do you talk about a product and then all of a sudden it pops up online? There's a bit of AI going on behind the scenes there. But if you implemented AI and you created personalized marketing campaigns that really cater to an individual customer's preferences and needs, are you more likely to capture the sale from that customer because you're not talking broad, you're honing right in on that customer's needs and their preferences. And AI has the ability to be able to do this for you. So think about how you can implement that into your business.
Wow. Big, when you were sharing, I was like, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, this is what I would also like to share on. Because
Right.
this is so going to be helpful going forward, because a lot of people think that it's going to take away jobs and it's not good for humanity, but take it in a way that the kind of workload that it can take off from human beings, and human beings can do more customer facing work. Because what we are realizing these days is that almost 80% of our manpower is engaged in doing all the back end work, and only 20% of our employees are customer facing, really being of help to customers with the inputs and data that they get from the back end team who don't see light of the day, who don't really see the real customers for whom we are working day in and out. AI is going to free up so much of our time that a lot of us can really come out and meet our real customers, the end users, and understand, connect with them on heart-to-heart basis, understand what else that they're looking at, how else they're perceiving our business, and have a real good conversation around that, and take it in a positive way that AI can help you do that rather than keep doing the repetitive, mundane work. With that, I would also like to share about the kind of sales forecasting your AI tools can help you do that. Of course, AI now is with a lot of inbuilt complex algorithms that they can run based on your past trends, your market segments, your seasonality, the number of competitions that are coming, which you may or may not be even knowing that today there is a new competition up in the market. And it can actually help you do the right algorithm-based insights in order to predict your sales. And once you are able to predict your sales, when you're going to be busy, when you're going to be free, so it's a lean season or a high season, you can plan your manpower, you can actually give leads to your team when there is a lean season. All those can be predicted much more and better way than what we were doing before, because of course we had revenue teams or analytics teams doing it, but then we were all human beings, so there were more errors that were coming rather than what AI can really do for us. So even that's kind of a great benefit that I can think of businesses incorporating sales forecasting AI tools in their business. And also even about chatbots powered by AI, because earlier chatbots were more configured with specific questions that a list of questions were there. If the customer were asking a list of specifically those questions, they were being able to answer and help customers. But most of the times we saw that it was not helpful because the customer wanted to ask something else or get real-time insights and information, whether it's on pricing, availability, or even if they had to wait, how long is the wait going to be for the product? All those, the bots were not able to help. But now bots that are powered with AI, now they can actually not just provide better information to the clients, but what I've seen is now they can actually understand the intent of the customer, the emotions of the customer. They can analyze the kind of tone of the message or the voice of the customer, and they can actually analyze and predict if the customer is really interested in buying our product or just shopping around, and they can really provide customized help based on the intent of the customer. So think of it, how much it could be beneficial in your business if you have a chatbot that you can power up with artificial intelligence, generative AI. Also about dynamic pricing. Yes, in our businesses, we have seen globally that we have teams who specialize in ensuring that the pricing is dynamic. But then, of course, we all are human beings, and we can predict to a certain extent. We have limited data, and we are not very well equipped with really understanding the complex data around the world, or different segments, or different competitors, or the upcoming choices and likes and dislikes of our customers and their trend. But if we incorporate artificial intelligence in our dynamic pricing, they can not just keep changing the price based on the demand and supply and the seasonality, but they can also exactly understand what's happening. They can actually give us back information that, okay, this was over the past 6 months, how did we fare in terms of the pricing, where were some of the gaps, and how we can really fill that up. So it's a two-way thing that I can think of when it comes to dynamic pricing. And of course, once we have the system do it for us, our qualified team can actually do more meaningful work. What do you think, Beck?
You know, if we just implemented this as a small business, imagine where you could actually take your business, right?
Yeah.
What if I was to tell you AI can help to be able to analyze and score leads and prospects based on their likelihood to convert, which allows you to then prioritize your sales efforts on those high potential prospects? There is such a thing. I know myself, in my sales training business, I talk to people about go for that low-hanging fruit, get those quick wins wherever you can find them. And if we've got AI that can tell us that likelihood of being able to convert, it would take an entire module out of my training, because I don't ever want anybody going back and forth and waiting and following up and wasting time in the proposal process when you can go straight to the contract. And here, our darling AI is going to help us to get there. You are going to convert higher, quicker. And imagine if you spent time working on the business that confirmed, making that great, rather than trying to find and sort through all of the noise in the marketplace just to get a customer. Which brings me to upselling, cross-selling, using AI to really recommend products that complement what it is that they're already looking at or what they've just purchased. I'm a sucker. I get online, I buy something, and based on what I bought, I'm recommended that, you know, a certain percentage of people also bought this and rated their love for it. Well, I want a piece of that love. We can do that. We can do that on our e-commerce sites. That's fine. But it doesn't hone in on your customer. And it doesn't hone in based on their purchase history or their behavior. But AI just takes what we're doing, that guesswork that we're doing, and let's face it, there's a lot of guesswork in business, right? But AI is going to take that and help that upsell or that cross-sell or generate more revenue.
Oh,
Now,
yes. Oh, yes. Absolutely.
automating repetitive tasks. Now, I used to own a business that was all about creating systems for businesses. If there is a task that you do more than once, make it a system, and then you systemize it, and everybody then follows that system. Well, if you implement an AI tool that can then automate those repetitive tasks or create those systems, do those systems, such as data entry, scheduling, follow-ups, emails, set time in your diary, freeing your sales team or any team to focus on what you're paying them for. More strategic activities. Sounds good to me.
Beck, I just wanted to also mention about my this week's experience with one of my coaching clients in Singapore, and automation of repetitive tasks. The topic of our weekly coaching session was completely focused on looking through the whole business systems and the machines, and seeing where all are those repetitive tasks that we can automate, even if we have to take up a subscription of specific software, specific app. We were happy to do that because we just wanted to free up our teams who are doing those repetitive tasks so that they can actually be customer facing. They can actually be available for the real-time communication, heart-to-heart communication with our clients. So this is something which not all the business owners have started to think of, but then with this monthly live, I really wanted to bring it to the notice that if you do that, it's not that you're going to cut down your team, or your team starts to feel that, oh, if my tasks are going to be cut down, maybe I will lose my job. Not at all. Move them to customer facing roles to ensure that they're available for all those specific needs that only a human being can really understand and provide help for. So do that. That's very important. With that, I think it's also important to touch upon content creation. Every single business in this world today is creating content to build authority, to build trust, to build credibility, to provide their brand promise to the customers that yes, we are in the market, we are active, we want to help you. We've already started to help you with some free insights and information through content creation. It's so powerful these days that AI can, and when we started to get on this bandwagon in the last roughly about 10 years ago, then dedication of team members and the time and the effort, we started to see that a lot of business owners who have very small teams, especially, they started to struggle to really produce content on a regular basis, put it out in a very professional way that could be valuable to their audience, to their customers, to their prospects. And they were always coming back to us and sharing about this challenge that they don't have enough time, they don't have enough qualified team to really produce those valuable content. They have knowledge, they have insights, they have it all written down, but it's very difficult to really put this in the right format, whether it's a video or a podcast or a vodcast or a blog or vlog or whatever it is. It's very difficult for them. But now the good news is that AI can really help you, because you just need to have the right content, and AI can really help you produce really nice, catchy, attractive formats of content, whether it's a short form video or a long form video, even to the kind of captions. We are so busy in our day-to-day business life that when I personally also, when I have to write a caption for one of my free content, I really have to spend about 10-15 minutes to really see how the content topic could be valuable. And I don't have to do that now. My team just takes help of AI, and AI produces some really amazing captions and the short description based on what content I provide my team. And I'm really free of it. I'm really enjoying it, because every day I used to be spending about 2 hours on the caption of the content, or how it needs to be really connecting with my real audience, and it's not anymore. So I'm saving 2 hours per day, so you can too. With that, of course, I think AI also helps you in analyzing customer feedback, customer experience, because you get data from several sources. You have Google reviews, you have website reviews, you have social media feedback coming in, you have some outgoing feedbacks coming in from your team, that your sales team, your marketing team, your branding team, your operations team feeding you with feedback. And it's really difficult to really combine everything, because different sources, different channels can give you very different types of feedback. And it's so difficult, it's been so far before the AI came, to really bring everything together and combine them and really get an output of what exactly our customers like, what they dislike, what they want, what's their messaging to us. That now it's solved, because the complex algorithm can really turn every single possible source into one funnel and bring all the information that we can just read through on a piece of paper. It's like one page document that you can get, and you can see through it what they like, what they dislike, what they want, what's the new trend that they are jumping on. And we can always leverage that very, very, very easily if we have AI in our business implanted. What do you think about that, Beck?
Oh,
Before I get on to the next.
right. Just, I'm daydreaming at, just imagine how much time we'd all be saving. And again, we keep talking about it, like saving this time to get out there and actually do the stuff that humans are meant to do.
Exactly. Yeah. I would also like to touch upon the kind of help AI can provide us in predictive maintenance of our products. Because yes, earlier we had a group of people, a team to really go around and keep checking in. Even our vendors, their responsibility was to go regularly and check how our products are doing, how our machineries are performing. Are they needing any predictive or preventive maintenance or not? AI can really help now. So the team can really be working on the maintenance piece of it, but then the prediction of when it's needed, what it's needed. If you have the right AI tool in place, you can just keep getting the information right in time so that you don't have a breakdown. You don't have a long wait of your customers happening when the maintenance is going on.
And, you know, further to that, AI can also help look at how we then need to grow and advance that product, right? Which is something that all of us are working on. Like, how do we make it bigger, better? Well, we're all on this mousetrap at the moment where AI is going to help us to be able to do that. And I just love it. And here we are. We're all making history because we're really in the infancy of AI, and it's super exciting. I think the final piece that I want to talk about is that magic pill of learning about our customers' insights. You know, we can generate reports till our hearts are content, but AI really can help us to gather and analyze the data from, like Amit said before, multiple sources, website, social media, CRMs, and really gain deeper insights into our customers' behavior, their buying behavior, their research behavior, what preferences we're working with, if any, and how many. And also then helping us to inform and create sales strategies that help us to get to the decision maker. And I think that in its nutshell is something that's probably the hardest thing that I keep coming across time and time again as I'm talking to salespeople through training, is the difficulty that they're having getting through to the decision makers. And if anything, you know, there's probably some areas in this whole AI stratosphere that we don't know about, but there is so much that can help us, to enhance us, to make us better at our business, to help us to get to our end goal a whole lot quicker. And I think that's where it's so super exciting. And I think businesses these days that are not writing their own goals based around AI and implementing AI, however it looks, as advanced or as simplistic, then I think that we're missing out. You know, once upon a time, there was a film company who said, digital cameras, they won't last. And that company is no longer around. And I don't want that to happen to anybody, none of you. Now, Amit and I are not AI experts by any means, but these are ways that we can help to guide you in your business in a broad sense. So AI, embrace this baby, because it's going to make our lives a whole lot easier. I know for me, I am an expert in sales training. I am a master facilitator. There is so much of my business that I either outsource or I oversee or I'm doing, and I've got no idea whether I'm doing this right or not. I embrace AI and I use the tools that are there to help me to get the most out of my business. I hope you do too.
Oh yes, oh yes. It This is so important, guys, these days. And I think it's going to uplift humanity. It's going to uplift businesses. It's going to only do good to us. Of course, extreme of everything is bad. And I think in our last month's live show, I did share about one of my experiences of the extreme level of automation using AI that created a bad customer experience for me. So of course, extreme of everything is bad, but then
Right.
using it in the right way for for our team, for our business, it's going to be exponentially helpful. And we are going to enjoy doing our business because a lot of those repetitive tasks, mundane tasks are taken off our shoulder, off our head. And also, I think it's going to only push in a positive way those of our employees or people or human beings who are still uh, educated for the basic work that can be really taken over by AI. So there are so many upskilling programs going around. We do provide a lot of upskilling programs as well for those of us who only know to do the basic, mundane, repetitive work. And go for it with any of them. Get yourself upgraded in skills, and you might want to become an AI specialist. There are courses on that. We've not launched that as yet, but then there are other companies who have launched courses on AI mastery, and maybe it's time for you to master one of such courses, and you will be getting rid of doing those day-to-day repetitive work, which of course you don't like, but then you do it because you're getting paid for it, isn't it?
Oh, that's a good idea. That sounds fantastic. What an awesome topic. I'm sure this is not the last time that you're going to hear us talking about AI. And so if you have any questions, please put them in the comments, or you could send them straight to us. If you wanted to remain anonymous, that's perfectly fine. But please keep sending in your questions. We've had some really great questions that have come in so far in our time of doing the Power of Two, and we love to hear other questions that you guys have. So thank you, everybody.